ball game.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to SH. We're both here today.
Yep.
Yeah. I found Andy. You know, he was out partying, having a great time.
Yeah, at a wedding.
Yeah, that. But yeah, we found them. Yeah. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to us. Like and comment. All right, Andy, you weren't here. Before we start, Magic rebrand. Hopefully you saw the mini short Andy put together of the event. I just want to say I love those jerseys, love the logo, love the cord. We're winning. This next year's gonna hit like crack. Anyways, okay. Knicks loss. What do you think?
Unexpected. It's gonna be real quick, just review because I wasn't here. It was unexpected. Indiana Pacers. I should stop doubting you, but you guys pulled it off. I don't know what kind of voodoo magic or what's happening, and it turns out that I guess it was just a coaching thing because that poor Tibbs got fired. They said it was his fault that they lost, and he's gone.
Yeah, real quick, Tibbs getting fired to me is nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't blow that lead in game one. He didn't shoot sub 30% from the field. It's like, you can't hide a big and a guard defensively when they're, Brunson's 5'10", so it is what it is. But Cat being that bad defensively, that's not Tibbs' fault. That's neither here nor there. Let's talk these NBA Finals.
Yeah, let's not talk about the losers. Let's talk about the ones who won, who got themselves to the championship. And,
all right, which side do you want to start?
Well, I say let's just start with the Pacers because everybody knows who I'm riding with. So let's talk about the guys who did everything that they could, are having their Cinderella story just to get destroyed in the finals.
All right.
Indiana Pacers, okay. I'm sorry. You guys, I'm going to keep doubting you. If you guys disprove me, well, damn. Oh, well, I guess you guys had another level in you. But, okay, this is another level. Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton. You've been playing great. I think, I'm going to be real honest, though. I think Pascal Siakam's going to be one of the key factors in this series for them to even be contenders. I think everybody's going to have to be playing in the next level. I've seen reports where it's just kind of like we have an elite defense in OKC going against a very elite offense in the Pacers. So, no matter what, I do think hopefully it'll be a good series, but I think it's still going to be like OKC in like 5. So, yeah.
Damn, that's all you got to say. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, for me, I do want to say this. To start the year, I picked OKC. Now, let me break something down real quick. The way, because you said I don't know ball. So, I just want to break this down real quick. The way I come, this is my way, and I'm done. I'm changing the way I say things, the way I think. I'm changing it because what I usually do is I have my first opinion, right? I have my raw opinion, and then I run it through a system. I listen to what ex-NBA players have to say, what more seasoned media members have to say, and then I combine it with my opinion. I come up with the final opinion. These bastards, ex-NBA players, said OKC had no chance. They were too young. So, that affected me because I didn't play in the league. What the hell do I know? But goddamn it, I've been watching this shit for 10 years. I should have been more confident because I said OKC to start the year. And they put doubt in me. And I picked against them every damn season. Let me say something. This shit. OKC will be getting a championship this year. Now, a lot of this is gonna have to be turnovers. OKC in transition, they're damn near unstoppable. And they're great at forcing turnovers. But Indiana, this is not gonna be a sweep. Indiana's still a really hell of a team. Whether you go Nembhard, Halliburton, Miles Turner, Thomas Bryant make plays, they're great. But damn it. Indiana doesn't, outside of TJ McConnell. I don't think TJ McConnell has the size to be able to deal with this. OKC has shut down every, opposing guard. They did it to Jamal Murray. They did it to Ant. And I don't see why they're not going to be able to do it to an extent to Tyrese Halliburton. Because Tyrese Halliburton isn't a guard that likes to go score every night. You see him have 15 assists by 8 points. And then he'll have the game where he has 25 plus, this, that, or the other, which is great. But I can't count on Tyrese Halliburton doing that consistently. That's not the way he plays. And that's fine. because that works, and I love how the Pacers play. But I think OKC will be able to force enough turnovers to get into transition, and that's that to me is the key in this series. Is Indiana going to be able to withhold turning the ball over to an X amount of times? And I don't think they will be able to. I think OKC will end up forcing the turnovers they need to get in transition, and that's become unstoppable. Do you think Indiana has any shot at winning the series?
No, not at all. But like I said, it's Indiana having a good run, but I feel like the force of the OKC was shown. Like I said, they've been battle tested. I'm not gonna say the Pacers haven't been battle tested, but I feel like the West has always been a tougher place to get to the finals too, and. I'm not gonna like diminish what the Indiana Pacers did. They did knock out the first seed. I don't even remember who did they go against in the first round. Detroit or no?
No, they beat Milwaukee.
They beat Milwaukee. Dame was injured, so it's like that was kind of like, oh, okay, it's a dream. But then they got serious when they knocked out the Cleveland, and then even more to the point where the Knicks. I will say, if Boston would have made it, they probably would have dismantled the Pacers. It was a way better matchup for the Pacers to go against the Knicks.
I mean, the Knicks were up 3-1 essentially before Tatum got hurt.
No,
I'm not gonna do it to New York, but at the same time, New York does stupid shit and they beat themselves.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I don't know what happened in the end with the Knicks. I don't know if there was just heartbreak after the first game and it was just kind of like they got their chain snatched or something.
Like, it's insane, bro. Yeah. They beat themselves into like over and over, like and it you know, and it is what it is. But for Indiana, you know, they have a hell of a good team.
Yeah,
and they shoot the ball extremely well across the roster. Yeah. Miles Turner can spread the floor and shoot. Obi Toppin can shoot. Nembhard can shoot. Aaron Nesmith, we saw in that series, can shoot the ball. That he's damn near shooting 50% in these. So it's like. Do I give them a shot to win? Yes, they're the underdog. They do have an outside chance. Am I picking them? Hell no.
Yeah.
I am picking OKC.
Yeah.
5 or 6 games, probably 5.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this series goes the length.
And
we see a 7-game series.
I just don't think so because I think the issue in the end was that like how good was Cleveland realistically in defense? Because I feel like Pacers have not run against a team that is mainly defense. You know, like a very perfect example of like we're a defensive team.
Yeah, they haven't played that. They haven't played.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we can say, oh, okay, we saw really good offense, but did they go against a team that was actually like on par on defense compared to the offense? You know, and let's just be real here. OKC got both of them.
That's fair.
OKC can do the defending, but the offense that Shea, Chat, J-Dubs, like I've always said, they run 10 deep. Any single one of them can turn it on at any moment. And that's just something that not every team has. And that's what gives them the advantage.
What Denver did so good for like long stretches of times in their series against OKC was there were times they didn't really turn the ball over and it forced OKC to play a half-court offense. And that's when you know you have a shot. But against Minnesota, turnover after turnover after turnover. Minnesota cut it to 6. Here's 2 turnovers and a stop, and then you're down 15 again. And it's like OKC's defense is historic this year. And again, I don't see Indiana being able to withstand that defense. That this team is just great. Yeah, OKC's a good team.
So I mean, yeah. No, you're right. It's a sad truth. It's Pacers fans, you're gonna make it to the finals, you know, after 25 years. But I don't know. It's just sorry, guys. The OKC got it. No.
and in order for Indiana to have a shot, Halliburton can't be turned the ball over, and I feel like Siakam is gonna have to be a more focal point offensively to be able to run offense through him and not turn the ball over. And Nimhard is gonna have to have a great year, a great series of facilitating some offense. And then defensively, you're gonna have to put Halliburton on Dort, I guess.
Yeah.
And then have Neesmith and Nimhard guard Shea and J-Dub, respectively, and then just put Siakam and turn on the bigs.
It'll be an uphill battle. Pacers, I'll give you the 1% chance. It's an uphill battle. You've proven us wrong every damn turn in this goddamn playoffs. Don't do it now. Give us one. Let us be right at least 0.25% of this freaking finals. Ugh. But OKC in 5. Yeah, I don't think it goes to like Game 7. I'd be surprised. It'd be so interesting, but I think it's a game.
Here. I think it'll be a great story for Indiana, but I don't see it.
Yeah, they'll do their best. But I will say though, how did you feel about you probably talked about it, about Miles Siakam coming out as the Eastern Conference champion?
I had no problem with it.
MVP.
I absolutely had no problem with it. Tyrese Halliburton had his great moments. But Siakam from start to finish was great, and he was consistently great.
All right, I just needed my 2 cents. I need to hear what your opinion was on that. All right.
What was your opinion?
I guess it's just because of the showiness that Tyrese Halliburton was doing that I felt like he deserves it more. He also did, like, they kept coming out with records for him. Like, he had a perfect game. And you know what? Like, because we did talk about how you were talking about turnovers. He's going to have perfect game after perfect game if they're gonna come out with wins, and I'm ready to see it. I like the motivation he has of wanting to prove people that he's not overrated, but it's just like I said, Shea's coming out trying to become a triple crown. He's going for the season MVP, conference MVP, and he's damn sure gonna come out with that finals MVP. So
yeah. Let us know what you guys think down below. Call this series now and how many games. We will see you guys next time.
Peace.